It's time. Woo, we're back here at the tailgate, and the people behind me are still screaming, Staffing World, Staffing World. What's up, Lady G?
Hey, what's up? Long time no see.
A long time no see. The tailgate continues, and I got the one and only Adam Day in the house from Batman.
Hey, guys. How are you? Good to be with you again. Another year, another dollar. Good to be back.
What's up, Mr. Timerack? It's all about time, right?
It is about time, man. That is for sure. So what's been new in your world?
I just got back from Greece, man, and you're going next week, I hear, right?
Yes, I leave next Wednesday and cannot wait to get out there. So got a few days on ground, then we hit sea for 7 days and hit the islands and experience probably more food than one person should ever be allowed to handle. But we're going to give it a shot.
I will just say this:
enjoy yourself.
At the end of the day, feta will be your number one cheese. Feta on a Greek salad.
Yeah, that, and I joke about my wife whenever we go to a restaurant, a bougie restaurant occasionally, they have this great entree with peppercorn steak roasted with goat cheese chutney. And I'm like, you just ruined a perfectly good steak. So maybe feta will work its way in there when in Greece. Well, it'll work. So.
Here's the thing. Maybe go and try Camzola at some point in time with the steak. It's delicious.
All right.
We'll talk offline about that. Sorry.
Sounds good.
I love me a good steak. But all right, Shark, let's dive in.
Timerack, booth 825 at Staffing World. And then I'm going to ask you, how many times have you been to Staffing World, brother?
This, I believe, is our fifth. So nice. I bought the company 5.5 years ago, and we've been at every one. So this actually could be this is 5 because COVID took care of the first one. So this is our fifth, and each year they've gotten bigger and better, and it's really our main event for each year. So we're excited to get back down to Orlando, wear a little mouse ear maybe for an hour or two.
Oh, little Mickey, here we go.
Yeah. No, actually, I have to cut this one short for my visit due to Greece. Problems, first world problems. But the full team will be down there to.
We have very different problems, sir. No.
Well, that's a pretty kickoff, though. You go from Orlando straight to Greece. Not bad.
Yeah. My wife's a little panicked because I fly back Tuesday night and we leave Wednesday. But I'm like, I know it's Delta. We'll get there.
Yeah.
Little Crown Royal would be okay, brother. You know that.
Yeah, absolutely. I've seen worse. So
there you go. So I got to ask you, Staffing World. I mean, this is like the mecca of staffing every year. What is some of your key points? I mean, what do you like about it? I'm going to tell you that the keynotes always are inspiring for me, Adam. You know that Magic Johnson, Coach K. Is there certain things that you highlight when you get there besides just going to your booth, of course?
Man, I wish I could say I've been to a lot of those other events. I did do Magic Johnson, some of those guys. But oftentimes, one of the best things for us is we're often in between meetings with prospects and customers during that time. So we're making the best use that we can while we're there. And that's really the exciting part. And for us, each Staffing World gets a little bit better. Early on, first is who were you? In our first Staffing World, my booth and all that stuff didn't even show up. So we literally had the white placard.
No way.
Had to get charged to put carpet in our booth, and we brought the 1 clock. So that was phenomenal. But over the years, people would come up and say, I have this client who needs this issue. Do you have something? Now, this will be the 3rd year, we're seeing people wanting to automate and now go, I need something for our agency, or is this a total solution for all of our clients? Because margins are getting thin, right? I don't know if y'all have seen that anywhere else. But really all the sexy vibe to it is at the candidate engagement up front. All of your money, margin, and profit are in time, data collection, and prep. It's not sexy, but that's where your money is.
You're right.
And this is where we've taken up the mantle for, to fix those issues. So we've got a lot of cool things coming in roadmap that I'll delve into in a minute if you ask and want to hear a few of these things because they're pretty sexy.
Let's go into it right now. Let's do it.
Yeah, I was going to say, why are you
sexy roadmap? I'm in. Let's do it.
So I'm not a total marketing guy, but we did come up with this tag. So you'll start to see this probably Q4, Q1. You're going to start seeing us promote Mimosa, like the drink. It's making integrated middle office sexy again. First, it was never sexy, but it's going to be, right? So here are a few of the things that you don't see on any system right now. And by the way, our entire business, Timerack, has pivoted completely focused at staffing only. We are dedicated staffing. We live it, we breathe it, we understand your issues. We're assignment based, so we get into all the pay bill fun functionality. So coming down the road, we've got more integrations. We're currently integrated with 5 of the front end platforms and others in the pipe. But there's time cards consolidation. Everybody have employees punching on multiple systems, third parties, in-house, whatever. You don't see compliance issues or approaching overtime until you get to payroll where it's too late. If you're even able to attribute it correctly, when each employer liability suits a minimum of 100K, you don't really want that. Have you ever had a client that they wanted to be billed differently than you pay your employees, saying you pay your employees, yet the customer wants to be billed to the quarter of an hour? We now have pay bill rules. So on a single time card, you can see what you're going to pay them from an agency perspective and what the current running bill rate looks like as well.
Wow.
Next one. What do they want to be? But wait, there's more. For another
I'm
job.
just like, I'm listening to the whole mimosas, like making middle office section.
Yeah, I'm thirsty already, man, but go ahead.
I hear you. That's what I should have had on hand. We were going to do one at the booth this year, but there's a lot of red tape with unions and all that fun stuff. But you also have sometimes customers that want to be billed on an off cycle than you're paying your employees. So we can now separate bill periods and pay periods. So Tuesday might show 8 hours of regular for payroll, but 8 hours of overtime for billing.
Mm-hmm.
So you now have the option, because if you move employees around, especially in like hospitality where they're floating all over the place, you don't have that control, and you can't change people's pay periods every week, or else the IRS frowns on that, right? So those 2-3 things are just really huge, and a big gap in the industry and any traditional time and attendance system, because we also now have one instance for the agency. So we've built a platform for the agency, not a time and attendance for the customer. So all of their customers are in one spot. Employees have one identity only. It's really a unique situation of pairing everything into a system that's built from the agency's point of view. And the one other little teaser is going to come out, and this is going to be big.
Let's do it.
We're listening.
Let's do it. Drum roll. Boom. Go for it.
There's mission control. What is that?
Ooh.
You ever want to know where you're running this year versus last year, today, real time, or
Always.
maybe this week over last week? My run rate for today. If we have your employees in there, we can give you all of the data. We'll allow you to set budgets, track against that, and really start to see how your system's running, or your organization is running, down to your FTE counts, your margins, your profit margins, with or without staff included, and really get a real sense of real-time placement where you are during a week. What if I was backfilling a position and I was about ready to put Jimmy out? He's approaching overtime. So you put somebody else at, either one is not approaching overtime, might even have greater margin. So you maintain your average margin for the week because of 8 some overtime for the week that I didn't plan to originally.
Oh, that's so smart.
That is.
So,
wow.
Sorry, I'm just like, go on.
Yes, but wait, there's more.
There's
We're not
more?
going to throw everything out there. I'll drop 3 letters that kind of is a pain in everybody's head, but we will also be over the next year bringing out some things around reconciliation, contract management. So when hours come in, are they in compliance with the contract you established with the customer, to the ATS rates and the import rates? VMS reconciliation. You get an invoice from the VMS, you got to manually correct it or calculate it, because they don't oftentimes calculate the rules based upon the way the employees are. It's on you, which always amazed me, to determine if they're correct. Well, what if we could import that data and tell you right then what doesn't match?
That's a time saver.
Yes.
That's a huge time saver. And then on top of that, like, that prevents so many things when it comes to compliance.
Yes. Well,
No, I'm like, go on. I
take
know,
from an
and there's
operations
more.
perspective,
And there is more. It's like a Netflix miniseries. There's another episode.
Yeah, we got a lot of stuff going. So we're looking for design partners to hop in and want to co-dev and do some of those things with it because we want to build what the staffing industry wants. So there's a lot of exciting things about that. And with the VMS type turnaround or compliance stuff or accuracy, you have carrying costs on your payroll funding. So if those invoices lag too far, you may hit your limit with your funder and you have to go back because your bills are still waiting to be processed. Because often it may be 2-3 weeks, depending on how many people you have reconciling these, to go back and submit adjustments. Then we present a bank rec, basically everything we found. And as they pay you back, you could check off that you were paid for Jimmy, John, Sue, whoever. So I'm going to stop there and leave the rest for something interesting to talk about at Staffing World.
Damn.
But yeah, we are innovating in the space where you make and lose your profit. That's our only goal, is to recapture margin for the staffing agency.
Brother, you hit it right on the head, man. From 3 years ago to now, you are solving the biggest problem that staffing firms have. You know, how many people are losing money because they don't know what the hell their time is, you know?
Yeah.
And so all I've got to go and just say to that, all right, and there's more, but you have to go to booth 825.
Yes, booth 825.
Right.
We'll be there all week. Come talk to us. It's going to be a good time, and we want to know what you're looking for. We're not looking to solve problems you don't know exist until you have. We want the ones you're like, holy hell, what do I do with this? It's 16 Excel sheets. Surely it could be automated.
Mm-hmm.
And you know,
Love
compliance is getting harder and harder, guys. You know that, right? I mean, compliance 26, you better have your numbers and, you know, dot your I's and cross your T's, man, or you're in trouble.
Yeah. I've been in the payroll workforce space for 28 years now, and so I'm a little aged, but we know this stuff. So
you got it, man. I love it. Okay. So any swag at the booth? Magician this year? Last year you had a magician.
Oh, yeah. So David is
Come on,
back.
man.
David is back with us. You got to stop by the booth and see him. He is phenomenal.
Mm-hmm.
Like, who's
honestly,
David? Is he going to be
salesperson.
juggling or what?
Oh no, it's amazing. I was there like for like 20 minutes.
He does book tricks. He got me once, and I swear to God, I don't know how I did it. I don't care. So we hired him. Unfortunately, I threw out a very loud expletive at that moment because I couldn't believe it myself.
What did it begin with? The F and with a K?
Oh yeah, pretty much.
Wheel of Fortune. Boom.
Yeah. So that was a big one. And he is, honestly, what's funny about him, he is the hardest working, not magician, salesperson on that floor. He got frustrated if he wasn't getting 2 leads out of every show he runs, and was coming up like, am I doing all right for you? I'm like, dude, you're doing great. Like, he's focused and honing the messaging. And so he's such a phenomenal person to work with.
Great personality. I'm going to tell you what, Lady G, everybody, when he does the magic show, we're talking 30, 40, 50 people around the booth. I mean, he was amazing.
Yeah.
I would like to go, please.
Yep.
Come on. I love a good show.
And the tricks he did last year, I said, I dropped the F-bomb too. I'm like, dude, like right in front of your face. I'm like, come on, where's it at? I mean, seriously.
Even watching him just up close behind the whole time is like, this guy's a master. It was fun to really watch him do his craft.
So the Magic Hat will be back. Is there times for that, Adam? Is certain times, or is he going to be there all day?
No, he's all day. Monday, Tuesday. Tuesday for sure. He's there all day. I unfortunately I don't remember if he's Wednesday or Monday evening at kickoff. My thought is he's Monday evening and Tuesday all day.
All right.
Maybe we can talk him in. He just lives a few miles away. Maybe we can talk him into coming back on Wednesday. So.
All right. Listen, I'm looking forward to this. Like, just the show.
He does a couple an hour. Really, whenever he can get enough people, he usually tries to get 4 or 5 people together, and he'll do them because he wants to make sure he gets a lead out of it. I'm like, your thing, man.
I love this guy. You know what?
Yeah.
Have you clone this guy for every staffing firm?
Yeah, absolutely.
Maybe he'll give tips on how to like work the booth to everybody at the booth. All these 137 vendors, he could just do a presentation himself. Here's how you pull people in.
Yeah. Well, as long as he's doing it from our booth, that's fine. But I'm pretty sure he's spoken for the next 10 Staffing Worlds. So Sorry.
Oh, you have a long-term contract. Look at this guy.
Yeah. Well, I'm just going to make sure. So, no, he's been great.
I love it. Hey, before we go, I want to give a shout out to our sponsor here, Advanced Partners. They put the fun in funding. If you need funding, you need to call Advanced Partners. And one last bite here, Staffing World. You can still sign up, register today, come down, see Adam Day at Timerack booth 825, and check out the magic because he's going to make it happen for you. More ways than one. Your time will be magic too.
All right. Now, Shark, don't forget.
We got to do it. All right. You ready for this, Adam? So on 3, we're going to do the wave. And then we do the Ric Flair woo with the wave. You ready?
Oh, we're going with that. All right. Cool.
All right. 1, 2, 3. Woo! Yes. We will see you next week, Staffing World in Orlando.
Cheers.
Take care, brother Adam. I'll see you soon, buddy.
Thanks. Bye-bye.
You got it.